Hello. Hello again, he said. Again? Well, I tried to do this video before, but the noise of plates being washed, the occasional accidental sneeze, doesn't really go around with the professional blogger that I ain't. Well, my message to all of you guys out there is quite simply, don't come to the Philippines. Please don't come to the Philippines. I'm trying to save your lives. This is a lifesaver video. Okay. America, Australia, New Zealand, Europe, and England. Just as a starter. You come from one of those places. You know the old post office savings bank or the local bank that had a paper little booklet where you used to manually deposit your money. Some of you and some of the banks still have them, certainly have them here. So when I say to you, if you have no money, even a couple of quid, a couple of dollars in one of those books, you'll know what I mean. So let's start. Number one, you're on a benefit, sickness benefit, especially, unemployment benefit, again. You can't leave the country and get that, no matter where you live. You won't get a sickness benefit transferred outside of the country. Okay, I might be wrong, but I'm certainly talking New Zealand, Australia, and in England. America, I don't know. But if you're on a pension, first of all, that's a regular income every 4 weeks or every 2 weeks, every fortnight. In most countries it's paid, but every 4 weeks you will have a monthly amount, maximum. And that is your living money. Now, if like a job, if you get to Friday, payday, and you have no money until the paymaster gives you the money, or modern day technology puts it in your bank, 3 p.m. cut-off point, maybe, you go and put it in the ATM, your card. Oh, God mercy, my money's in my bank, no problem. If you have a problem, toddle off to the social welfare office and find out why your payment's late. If you live like that, you'll know what I mean now. You want to come to a foreign country, Asia, particularly the Philippines. You understand that the Philippines is one of those places where they speak English. Really? Speaking it and understanding it is two different things. Parlez-vous français, monsieur? Sprechen Sie Deutsch? If that's all you can say, and they can only say, yes, we can speak English, you're going to have a great conversation, aren't you? Comment allez-vous? Yeah? Guten Nacht. You know, it doesn't matter what language it is. Buonasera, buongiorno. If you don't understand the language, you're going to have a hard time. Flip the coin. If they understand the language, they say, and they speak a few pidgin words of your language, they don't speak English, guys. Imagine telling them, I have a pain in my chest. I think I might have a heart attack. Do you know what she'll hear? Heart attack. She might understand that. Will she know how to fix your problem? Yeah, drop you off at the hotel. Call the hospital. You got the money to pay for it? Why? It's NHS, isn't it? It's all Medicare, Medicaid. No, not for you. You're a foreigner. Even a Filipino has to pay. And if they don't pay the bill when they leave, for every piece of toilet paper, every ear cleaner, every face wipe, sorry guys, they're going to hold you there. Hold me, I'll just walk out. I'll send them the money later. Really? Have you seen these security guards with their pump-up guns outside hospitals? Well, obviously you haven't, because they do. And there's no such thing as leaving through the exit door and scampering away. Maybe somebody has done it, but I don't think so. Can you imagine? Picture outside a hospital, bed sheets joined together as they do the Great Escape. I really don't think that's something worth approaching. Good thought, though. But never mind. Back to what I'm talking about. So, you live from week to week, day to day. You go down to Tesco's, to Aldi, to Price is Right, all these places that you will get cheaper food in your own country. Yes, you come over here and food is cheaper. When I say food, the bare essential food, the bare essentials that will keep you alive. Can you cook? Are you used to looking after yourself? Or do you need mummy or a friend to cook you a meal? Or do you go to fast food outlets and buy the cheapest meal? If that's the case, again, reconsider leaving the comfort of your little room that you rent for a few measly pounds. A few? Only because Social Security gives you a subsidy to stay there. And when you fall behind in the rent, they may be allowing you a loan to pay it back. Guys, we all have to think twice. We can't all go to sleep and wake up with a wet dream. Sorry to be so vulgar, but the reality is this is paradise. And it is a beautiful place to come to. It's a wonderful place to retire. But we have to be realistic. Being realistic is about facing reality. Can you find yourself a 22-year-old, 25-year-old stunning lady in England? Yes, they're everywhere. Can you find them in Australia, New Zealand, America, Europe? Of course you can. Your mouth waters every time they go past if you're some kind of a dirty old man, which I think we all are, in some way or another, in our brain. In other words, we appreciate beauty. But the point is it realistic to think that you're going to find somebody who says, "Oh, darling, I love you. You're the apple of my eye. I love the fact you have blue eyes and your skin is so white. I want my children to look like you." Really? No. If she's a Filipina, she, yes, wants the light skin. She wants the European look in her child. Why? Because it will help that child maybe get modeling, maybe be up a ladder in terms of social stigma. They're not like abandoned children in Vietnam. They're seen as opportunity. It's another opportunity that children can have. They can have a college education and be white and look somewhat foreign. So they look good. Opportunities again. Does she love you? When she says, yes, yes, go, go, she just wants you to impregnate her so she can have a baby. Are you going to have much say in the upbringing of that baby? I'll tell you, the grandmother will have more thoughts and more ideas than you'll ever have. Why? Because she speaks the language of the baby. And you as a father have very little say. After all, you're just the breadwinner. Oh, sorry. The ATM. So, are you prepared to say, this is how much we should be spending? After a little bit of time of working out what you believe to be a reasonable expense for the month? Or are you going to let her drain you completely? So you then, even though you're on a pension and quite capable over here of saving some of that, you're going to end up where you've got a few pesos left when you also go to the ATM to check whether your money is in the account. Oh, I thought you wanted to escape all that lifestyle. Okay, you can, by thinking positive, by making sure that you have a proper pension in place, an old age pension, a retirement pension, whether some private plus a bit of Social Security, it doesn't matter. as long as it's an amount of money. Convert it. Say to yourself, well, it's only 70,000 pesos or it's 100,000 pesos every month. Could I live on that? Google it. Ask people who know, people who live here. Send an email to somebody who's living here. There's plenty of channels there that you can find who will talk to you. Ask questions on group chats. Get an idea. Spend time. Time, guys. It's all about using common sense. And the common sense is that you will come here. You will have a pension. It will be enough. But have you got enough money in the bank to set yourself up, to buy that kettle, to buy a mattress, to buy pillows, knives and forks, plates? Even if it's only 2 plates and 2 knives and forks. People here eat with their hands many times. Can you do that? Would you? Maybe you might. Maybe the custom will become a custom for you to acquire. It's not that hard to do it. You only wash your hands afterwards. But moving on to the reality, and that is that there are places in the Philippines that when you step off a bus, step off a ferry, the girls, in a way, are waiting to see who's new in town. You are the next victim. You are the next one they're going to use the word scam you out of whatever they can. Oh, I need a new phone. The family need a scooter. You look at it and you think, oh, it's only $1,000 for a nice scooter. I'll buy her one. Remember, a scooter can be pawned at the local pawn shop. One thing you'll see in the Philippines is pawn shops are everywhere. So if you buy her a fancy gold watch, real one, or a fancy gold ring or necklace, just remember you'll probably see it on sale in a few months in the local pawn shop. And she'll say she lost it. Really? But that's reality, guys. Reality. Don't give her expensive presents. Don't buy her refrigerators in a tumble-down old shack that she's living in. If you want to live there and you want to be there with her, buy a second-hand one if you have to, so that you're not throwing away good money on a new one that maybe one day she'll say, get out, don't want to know you anymore. And then what will you do? No money? Well, I told you, you need money behind you. And these things, it's like insurance. You need these things behind you. If you don't have them, I'm sorry, they're not doing it to be nasty. They're not necessarily doing it to be vindictive. They have to survive, just like you. So the only one that you have to think about is yourself. Could you arrive in France and do all of that? Could you do it in Germany? Could you do it in Italy or Spain? If the answer is yes, are you saying it because you can get a cheap flight back for 50 quid back to London, Heathrow or Gatwick, and find solace in your licking of the wounds of how you didn't make it overseas? It's all about being not stupid. Be realistic. If you plan your retirement correctly, it can still go wrong. You know, people get divorced. They don't get divorced here. You just get kicked out. They say, thank you very much. Nice home. I appreciate it if you're lucky. And goodbye you. Didn't happen to me, but it can happen to people. And just to clarify that, it didn't happen. Nobody's told me to leave. No one's told me I can't go back. The point is, I might choose to do what I'm doing at the moment. And that's my choice. So don't sit there blaming other people for my situation. We both were adults, and therefore we both have to face reality. If it's temporary, if it's long-term, my business. If it's your business, then you're my girlfriend or you're my wife. Then it becomes your business. But guys, I was moving off the subject. But the reality is that it is a great place to come here. You've got a regular pension. The other thing, before I go, one other thing. When you have your pension set up from the government in your country, it will make sure that you have a home address, a bank account there that the money can go into. There's got to be a friend, one that you've known for many years, who you can trust 100%, 110%. There's got to be a family member who can receive the mail, can receive the notices from your bank. Tell your bank that you're going overseas and you don't know when you'll be back. Make sure that when you do go overseas with your pension provider, that by residing overseas for more than maybe 180 days, that your pension doesn't stop, that you lose your ability to claim it. Make sure all of those things are in place. Make sure that the permanent contact address is in the country you came from, so that your card can be sent there when it's renewed, and your friend can stick it in a UPS voucher wallet and send it over here to you. You'll get it 10 days later maybe, but you'll have it there and you can use it, and your bank knows, because you've been using it overseas before, that you are here. Tell the bank you're here regularly. You only have to ring an overseas phone number. You can do it on Skype, or now they call it Teams. So there's plenty of other international calling cards you can use to ring your bank. Let them know. And by doing so, you're keeping people informed. You're keeping everything in place. And if you've got money behind you in the bank, if there is a hiccup somewhere, you don't have to panic while you sort out the mess. So that's my thought for Sunday. And I hope that the stupid ones that dream of coming to paradise with absolutely no forethought into how they're going to survive, please don't come to the Philippines. You're only going to find mud on your face very quickly, or disaster facing you. And those that plan, welcome here. They're welcomed here. And they'll have a great time, just like I do. Bye now.